All right. Let me stop sharing my screen. What, did you do something you weren't supposed to? Yes, sir. youtube.com/c/nerdonabudget/live. Tweeting. I'm going to tweet it. Twitter. You know what time it is. Tweeted it. Where's my fate? Wait, is my camera not showing up for you? Pop it out. Episode 15. We need to change it to episode 16. Dang, that's a hard one to rhyme. Yeah, mix episode 16. They're saying you're muted. Are you muted on OBS? Can you share your screen for me? Dude, listen, Danny, why aren't you on top of all this at once? This is how I felt at work for like the last 2 weeks. If you guys are wondering why there's like a little window under my face, yes, it's actually because I've taped a picture of Danny's Skype to my webcam. So you actually can't get rid of that.
I am muted no more, I think. All right.
Nice. So they were just hearing me. Can't see me, can't hear you. That was pretty sick. That was actually planned, guys.
Yeah. He's like, you can't see me. That's like, do they still say that? Okay, episode 16.
I was like so lagged behind your thought that I was like, okay, by the time I caught up, it was like my streams dropped frames at that point.
Pop out chat. All right, you guys can see yourself for a second here. Don't worry. I skip ads all the time. Though I should start watching ads for all my friends and stuff on YouTube.
I watch all the ads too. I click on them too occasionally.
Let's see. Episode 16.
Episode 16.
If you guys can come up with something that rhymes with 16, I will put in the title and credit you.
Yes, good idea. Let us blow it up in the chat.
And yeah, I know I'm updating the title right now for whoever said I'm behind, because we weren't supposed to be on my channel this week. That's why I'm updating everything. Okay. 16. All right, we're gonna go to Rhyme Dictionary. Let's look this up. 16. I bet rappers do this sometimes too, man. When they have like a mental block. Bean, lean. Okay, we need multisyllabics though.
Oh, you need to rap now. You need to do rap now.
Quick, 16.
Stream always rhymes with teen, so I want to avoid that one.
Yeah.
I thought of the mixed team, Irish lad. That's exactly the one I thought. But
we are technically kind of mixed. Well, you're mixed and
I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the mix.
Mixed greens, mixed sheen,
mixed
screens, because we had to switch stream channels. That's kind of like mixing screens. All right, we'll go with that for now. Go. So who? Wait, nobody said that one, right?
Wait, did you share your screen for me? Bro, I'm just staring into oblivion right now. Come on, Danny.
Skype, share screen. Share screens with Lee. Bam.
I'm just kidding, bro.
Oh, this one. Okay, let's do it. You good?
We've been on Skype for 20 minutes already.
Have we? Oh. Oh. Okay.
Oh, I see it.
You good?
I don't see OBS though. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
All right. Now pop up the chat. All right.
It's my background. Dude, yours looks so much more organized. I just look like a filthy mess.
Dude, this Firefox though, it just looks cleaner because this color scheme, black and white, that they used. But I like this. It's very sleek.
All right, dude. I'd hate to pull I'm a web dev on you, but that is not black and white. That is gray and white. That's gray and light gray. I'm just kidding, man. I just messed with you.
No, well, because my Firefox, when I opened it, it had to update first, so I went into panic mode. I was like, oh my god, this is going to take forever to, like, get the thing up and going. But then it came up with this, I was like, oh, is this the new look? But nope, still going with the orange and blue. This is just for net neutrality.
When Firefox came out, did you go straight to Firefox, or were you, like, an IE to Chrome person?
I was on Firefox first. Because nice. Firefox was a little bit before Chrome, right? I don't remember what years.
It was the Chrome before there was Chrome.
Yeah, but when was Firefox popularized versus when was Chrome?
I would say probably mid 2010s ish. Like no, like sooner than that. Like
for Chrome or Firefox?
Firefox.
Oh, okay, Firefox. Yeah, I remember using it before it was super huge. Like, you know, when in school you thought you were the cool kid because you and your friends used it while everyone else was still on IE.
Installing it on the school computer. Yeah, no, agreed. That's what we did. New tabs before tabs was a thing. It was like, whoa, we can do multiple tabs, and now everyone has like 50 tabs on per monitor.
Yeah. What's cool is that at work, I don't really use Adobe PDF Reader or whatever, Acrobat Reader at home, but at work we got the update for it, and now that does tabs in it. And it's so nice when you're reading like 10 PDF documents. I don't know how long that's like been around, but I just got that update. Even though I have the full Adobe Suite at home, I don't use it.
Not. Oh yeah, it's because you rent it.
Cloud. Yeah, I rent it through the cloud, but I just when I use PDFs, I look at it through whatever web browser that usually is able to read it.
Danny, I just discovered something.
What's up?
Okay, look at my camera. Okay. ComTV. You could see my screen or my monitor, or I can't even think. You can see my camera, but it's not ComTV until ready.
Oh,
blue filter.
The blue tint. Oh, you put a filter on the camera.
No. It's just the RGB.
Okay. Oh, we got Toasty Bros up in here. What's up, Matt?
Matt.
All right. So we've been streaming for about 8 minutes. So let us know how your days was, and we will let you know about ours. Lee, how was your day? How's your week? How have you been since 2 weeks ago, since we last streamed?
Man, that's weird. It's weird if you skip a week, like you said. Now I think about that in every aspect of life. Like if I skip a week, it's really been 2 weeks. It hasn't just been 1 week. But 2 weeks ago, I've just been really busy with this project at work. But I've been talking to a friend who has been helping me edit videos, so we're back to a decent schedule. I'm not gonna say it out loud, even though I've shared it with you privately because I don't want to be held to it.
Yeah.
But but no, things have been good. I'm actually nearing the end of my 3rd month of our secret collab, so you got some catching up to do, man.
Oh yeah, but we have until what, September? Yeah. I've been kicking it into like high gear now, so.
No, bro, I was just about to ask, low key, have you been doing that?
What?
Have you been taking part in our collab?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, this is gonna sound weird. In your last video, I don't know if it was the lighting or what, I was like, oh, Danny's definitely started. Like literally, it took me between one video and the next, I was like, oh,
to see the difference?
Changed. Yeah, no, legit. And I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna be like, Danny, have you started? Because if not, then you just had really good lighting.
Yes, I have started. Because I was just like, what am I doing? Why am I slacking off? Then first thing I get home every day from work, I do something. So.
Nice. How's your day been? How's your last week been and your day today?
It's been good. Work is getting crazier. I'm not sure if I shared this 2 weeks ago, but we lost someone on our team, and I'm picking up a lot of the slack. So a lot of OT probably coming up soon, which works out in time for me trying to plan this little hiatus where I don't upload for like a month, even though I do still plan on streaming and stuff. But like I told you before, I have a whole bunch of video ideas I need to get out first. So just kind of working with that right now.
Wow. Come on, Danny. You know, like, your hiatus is just...
I'll be working during the hiatus, but not under stressful terms of having to get a video out every Sunday morning where I'm staying up till, 3 a.m. on Saturday to do so, which is already going to take a lot of stress off, so... Yeah.
No, that's true, man. And you've been killing it. I've been loving... Let us know in the chat. Have you guys been loving these LAN party stories? They're one of my favorite videos. One of the first things that I binged watched as soon as I subscribed to Danny back when he was like 7,000 little baby subscribers. That's a lot of subscribers. Let us know. But yeah, no, you've been killing it, bro. It's been an inspiration for all of us. You deserve the break. Treat yourself.
Thanks. Let me move this over. But yeah, I guess let's start with one more thing I wanted to address before we start with the deals. And I want to get your guys' input on this. So we got some people that were a little bit disappointed that, they say we miss streams a lot. Because I guess we're only up to 16 episodes of stream, but I think we postponed like 4 of them or so. So that's like a 25% rate, right? Or 20%. So most of that is because it was like last minute things. Like there are things in real life that we could not avoid. Like the last time was when your son was really sick, your AC was out. We're not just going to go and stream and let your wife suffer and try to take care of your son,
Yeah, we had to take him to the emergency room. So that's why I was like, sorry, I got to go. So.
And then the other time before that, I had to pick up my girlfriend from the train station. Like, I'm not going to just let her sit there and take the bus home while I'm sitting here streaming having a good time. Like, there are things in our lives that we prioritize that come first. But that was only a couple of the situations. The other times, I think, were because people changed their stream schedules, right? Like when Awesome Hardware shifted theirs from the 4th of July to our normal slot. What's that? Oh,
sorry, someone said
yeah. But I was wondering, if we still held our stream, like how many of you would have watched our stream over Awesome Hardware? Because I know they get like 3,000-4,000 of people watching every time they stream, and we get like about 100. Like, how many people would still come to watch our stream? And like, in situations if that occurred again, would you want us to still stream instead, or would you just watch like larger channels?
That's actually a really good question. That's a really good question. Would you guys have watched even though Awesome Hardware was also streaming? I wanted to point out too.
And go ahead.
Oh no. Just if you had something, go for it, because I don't want to interrupt your train of thought.
Oh, I would just say I don't think we would be offended because obviously, like you can only watch one stream at a time, and we're way smaller than them. So I wouldn't be offended if you said you would watch Awesome Hardware over us, which is why we thought would have happened, and that's why we canceled that stream. But go ahead, Lee.
Yeah, they're like both of us times a million in terms of attractiveness and successfulness. No, I'm just kidding. The other thing I wanted to point out was Tech Talk ran for, I think they said around 4 years, and they only had about 150 or so streams, which if you take that into account, 52 weeks in a year roughly, they missed a whole entire year's worth of streams in between at some point.
Yeah.
Which could have been a giant hiatus, or it could have just been all of it put together. Who knows? But that's a lot of streams. So, I mean, I'm starting to realize now how much of an investment that 1 hour is, or 2 hours, however long it is. Mm-hmm. But we're going to do our best because we really enjoy it, and we're ecstatic that you guys come. Like 82 people watching, that's insane.
Yeah, and I really enjoy doing the stream, even if we didn't look for deals and stuff, just being able to chat with you guys and then hang out with Lee, since we're both really busy. This forces us to set aside time to be able to like video chat and talk and hang out.
Man, such a cool hiatus from the busyness of normal life.
It is.
And for deals, bro, there's actually been some good deals.
Oh, there has been. Yeah, especially with Prime just yesterday.
Yeah. Even the rogue ones that weren't like men's underwear or like toddler toys that no one ever wants.
Um, all right, let's hop into the deals. I see a rice cooker. Yes.
You have two guys. You were watching 2 rice cookers on stream. I'm just saying.
So funny thing, we go on tangents all the time. So I've met people who didn't know what a rice cooker was. Because, you know, being Asian, I think you kind of just grow up with one in your house at all times. But it's funny because the opposite thing was I didn't know people cooked rice on a pot, on a stove with a normal pot. Like, I just thought everyone cooked rice in a rice cooker. So it's like we didn't know about each other's culture, or if that makes sense. Yeah.
What's funny is actually by the time I moved out of my dad's house, I started using just a regular pot.
Really? Isn't that a pain?
Yeah.
Because it's usually not Teflon coated like a rice cooker is, so when you have to clean it up afterwards, it's a bigger, I don't know, more sticky residue and stuff.
No, you're absolutely right. But when I got married, I used I got a bunch of non-stick stuff. So I do the finger method, the stick your hand in, make sure it matches. And
you know what's funny? Like really tall people have way longer like little separate or these little lines in their fingers. So, but it's such a like eyeball method that it works with a wide variety of or range of water.
No, yeah, you're right. Because of the method, yeah, it works. Do you throw stuff in there too with your rice, like sausages and stuff, or do you just do rice?
We just do rice, and then like we're cooking fried rice tonight, so we cook the rice, and then we're gonna do like the Chinese sausage and eggs and green onions and stuff on the side, and mix it in on the stove after the fact.
So good, bro. That sounds so good. I haven't eaten rice in like 2 weeks. It's a problem.
Oh, as much as I'm doing our little challenge, my diet is still the same. It's mostly just adding in like the exercise portion because I actually struggle to like maintain or gain weight. So I'm not like I don't need I mean I guess I could go healthier and eat more like greens and vegetables, but in terms of like to lose weight, I don't need to like go on a specific diet or count calories.
Right.
I actually count calories the other way. I try to count to get more calories, like try to get to like 4,000-ish or so.
Yep. That's all you need to do, man. Yeah, no, it's different. We're different, completely different body types.
Yeah, is it meso and ectomorph and all that stuff?
Yep. Or what they call them is hard gainers, people who are just naturally thin and have a hard time gaining weight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so one thing I did see, it was front page earlier. I don't know if it's over now.
This right here. No, what did you see? This ultra wide's a good one. Tech by Matt tweeted this out.
Here. You'll see it. You'll see it when you scroll down.
All right, so this 34-inch ultra wide, super good price. These are usually at Costco, I think, for $300. But this is what I use, and like just a year ago, these were going for like $400 on sale. So I think this is brand new too. Buy Dig via eBay. Yeah. So if you guys want more screen real estate without a bezel in the middle, and you're okay with 27-inch 1080p monitors, this is a 27-inch that's just ultra wide basically.
But Danny, what about the 43-inch HD TV that's right next to it?
For $250?
Better?
Let's see. And you get a $150 Dell gift card. So it's really a $100 TV. It's $100.
You gotta do it get that right
with
now.
Rebates. I would buy this, but we're at the point where we need larger TVs than this to like upgrade our TVs. Like we have 43 and 50 inches and stuff, so we need to like look at larger ones. But this is a good deal because Dell.com, they actually have other things on sale that are decently priced. So a $150 Dell gift card is actually useful. It's not just like, I don't know, what would be a useless gift card, like a Barnes and Noble, I don't know. Or Starbucks gift card, where like you have to use it, but it's on overpriced stuff. Like this is almost the equivalent of cash if you are into electronics.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what about the user who's like, I want to use an HD TV for my desktop monitor?
I use a TV from time to time as a computer screen. It's good for living room situations. It's hard to really have it in front of you, like if you're at a desk. It's so hard. It's too big. You gotta turn your head too much and do this.
My 60-year-old dad used a 60-inch TV for his computer monitor, but But for those of you who maybe haven't looked into it, like throwing 1080p on a gigantic monitor will look good from far away, but when you're sitting really up close, it'll potentially blow out the pixels.
Yeah.
65-inch TV. Yeah. So I love these. Dude, Dell is blowing it up right now, man.
Yeah.
I'm loving these Dell deals.
And I would only imagine that a lot of people would get Dell, like tax free, and a lot of the items are free shipping. So the price is what you see is what you get, like.
And you can hold on to that 150 gift card
Mm-hmm.
and wait until they mess up and sell a bunch of SSDs for $20.
What was that, a Dell deal? Is that where we got those?
Yeah, we got them straight off of Dell's website.
Yeah, so there's no tax. There was shipping though, but you know, actually, was there shipping, or did we just pay to expedite the shipping? I paid to expedite to make sure I got it before they canceled them.
I got the expedited shipping as well, but it was free. What are you seeing? Are you...
No. Someone was saying we should try to incorporate chat into the, oh, maybe we can do that right now. We might be able to, but there's, you know how Twitch people, they do it so that there's no like border or like fill in the background, so that it's nicely incorporated, so that we can get the chat going on too. Because I think the chat is a large portion of our interaction on stream. Like sometimes we answer questions and people are like, "Why did you just say that?" Well, it's because chat had it. But if you watch stream after the fact, you won't know that.
Yeah, we should look into some plugins because I've been wanting to learn how to do stuff like that.
Pika says he knows a way, so we should hit up Pika afterwards.
Yeah,
he's our dude.
He had it on his stream. Yeah.
Let's see. Did you see anything else? I saw this 3 terabytes, really good deal right here. If you're okay with refurbished drives.
Dang.
Dude. I will be discussing this soon. Just used hard drives in general.
That's a crazy deal from Newegg.
Yeah, from Newegg, and it's a Hitachi. Yeah. So put games on this. Don't put like baby pictures or a relative that passed away pictures and videos on here. Because you shouldn't do that even with a new hard drive though. Because new hard drives can die within their first year. They have a higher rate of dying then than like after the second or third year.
So, okay, so you have to put the promo code in, because if he just goes directly to the site, it says it's $50, but it's free.
That's still a good deal, $50. All mine were bought at around like $60-ish. So it's getting even cheaper, which is good.
Not a huge deal, but if you scroll up a little bit, there's a extra large gaming mouse pad for $8, which is not bad.
That is a good price. Make sure to measure the dimensions of your desk though, because a lot of these come in different aspect ratios, like in terms, like this one looks a little bit thinner than the ones I'm used to seeing. Like some of them, they go up to like this thick right here.
Right.
So just make sure it's the size you want.
So it's 788 millimeters by 300. So 300 is roughly like, let's see, it looks like about almost 2 feet-ish. Mine's, I think, 600 by 300.
I forget what mine is.
So this would be like, I have a 9-foot desk, and it takes up like roughly half of it. So keep that in mind. If you have a smaller desk, it could like overrun it. But I don't. I've always liked large mouse pads though. That's just been my thing.
Same here. It's nice on your wrists and stuff because you're like constantly on something that's soft. Because did you ever develop smooth pads on your wrist from using with just like on the normal desks?
You mean like your physical wrist?
Yeah, like it becomes smooth and shiny because it's on a hard surface for that long. You've never had that?
I've never had that.
Oh, it's kind of like developing a callus, but it's just not hard. Yeah, on these regions of your wrist.
Maybe.
Yeah, so I used to get that, but not anymore since I'm on a soft mouse pad.
We're nerds. Okay, so the other two deals that I really like is that there's an M50Xs for $110 right now. Yeah,
actually, all of Audio-Technica on Amazon right now is on sale, I think. It was on Build a PC sales, which we can just hop over really quickly. So it's that alongside, like, the M40s and their mics right here. So
M40, hey, 75 brand new. That's not bad for that. I want a pair of M40s.
I bought mine for I think 80. So I'm not sure if this was 17 hours ago, but it might still be going on.
Oh, you're running M40Xs, aren't you?
Yep. Let's see if I can link this. course I can't.
The only thing that would lead me to buy the white or the M50Xs is if they were in white, but the white ones are not on sale.
Hmm.
So if I'm gonna get the pair of black Audio Technicas, it's gonna be the M40Xs.
Mm-hmm. But I haven't looked into their mics just because I have my Yeti, and it would probably be a side grade. But their mics are apparently really good.
Okay, so question. I know neither of us are audiophiles, but I have mixed music before. The Pika Wubs is in chat as well. Pika Wubs is also into music. The Status Audio CB1s are supposedly like what do you call those? The sleeper headphones. If you look up M40Xs, they show up second on the list, and they're only 63 brand new. So they're cheaper than the M40Xs.
What are these called again?
They're called the CB-1 by Status Audio. If you're on Amazon and you look them up and you look up the M40Xs, they're directly under them, so they're like a direct competitor.
Oh, but people say that the M40X is just slightly better.
I think people would say that these are like the sleeper, as in like they might even
be better. Yeah. Okay.
I've never seen one in person though, but apparently the audio quality is really good. It's got the flat, neutral sound, which editors like. So, anyways, sorry, it's just a random thought.
Oh man!
I was looking them up, and it was right under the M40Xs on the list.
I never came across these when I was looking for kind of neutral, good editing headphones. It was always between the M40Xs or some Sony ones. I forgot what they were, but I think I went with Audio Technica because one, Audio Technica sounds like such a cool name, but also
so
two,
sick.
like yeah, I just heard good things about M50Xs and M40Xs, so I went with it.
Status Audio Tech is bad. Product-wise, pretty good stuff, supposedly. Oh, so the tech support's bad, but the products are good, is what PikaWeb says. Tech by Matt is also into audio. He says they just rebrand OEM Chinese headphones. They're decent, but you get what you pay for. So, yeah, that's a good comparison. I have both the M40Xs and the CB1s in my wish list. For those of you who like cheap tech on Amazon, I'm one of them. I buy all kinds of cheap stuff using VIP on, which I wonder if any of you guys have used that. I bought so much stuff.
Recently, or just you mean like ever since you heard about it? Like, did you buy anything from the last couple of weeks?
Yes, and in my unboxing video that's going to be coming out this week, I unboxed a bunch of random stuff that I got from there. One of them is a pair of headphones that were like $40 Chinese Bluetooth wireless headphones that I got for $13. And you get what you pay for there. So headphones are one that is definitely worth paying more for. And Danny, what are you looking at on stream right now? Come on, man.
Wait, this looks like this is the Amazon Echo Show. I thought they had one for 10 cents, but this is just a screen protector. And hey man, they have lingerie on here. It's not my fault. And they have a Kegel. They have a Kegel kit. Okay.
Oh my
Okay, we're moving on. No, but
half of our viewers don't even know what that means. More than half. 75% of our viewers don't know what that means.
So we'll get to this one in a second. But regarding VIP on, whatever it's however you're supposed to pronounce it, I was actually looking on here for a action camera, because you know when I go to these Craigslist ride-alongs, this is literally me. Like, hey, what's up? I'm Danny. Oh, can I see the can I see the product? Oh yeah, nice. Okay, cool. You know, I was trying to see if I could get like a chest strap or a shoulder mount or something where I'm not holding the camera out awkwardly when I go to Starbucks and everyone's looking at me. And they have what's up?
Oh, go for it.
And they have really cheap like sports cams out here that probably rival like older models of GoPros. Like,
that's exactly what I would think.
$30. But I'm just worried about the audio. Like, I think usually the mics are like complete crap. So,
have you ever used your phone and then synced to later? Like,
I haven't, but that's a good idea. I can just put my phone in like my pocket or have a mic coming out to like my lapel. They wouldn't even know. But,
they have such good audio these days. And like, yeah, you can hook up a cheap lapel to it. I noticed Tech by Matt in his last unboxing used his iPhone. They have such good audio these days that it makes a really good external mic. Well, hold on, check this out. I was going to say, go Casey Neistat on him.
Is that Joby.
So this is my new videos. This is my new like setup.
Oh, and like snaps.
If I were to do like a ride along and be like, hey, what's up, man? You mind if I? That's why like when I was thinking about going to Best Buy, I was like, I wonder if they'd be like, you can't do that here.
I'm sure they're so used to it. Or okay, probably not in your area since you said it's not that tech savvy. But I bet like in LA and stuff where there's more tubers, they're pretty used to like people just walking around with cameras, vlogging, and doing stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because there's tons of vloggers. LA is the place to be, man.
Yeah, it used to be for Hollywood and just like really, famous movie stars, but now it's also for just YouTube in general. Everyone just renting houses out there and living large.
Oh, I got one of those fitness tracker wristbands too for like $3, $4.
Oh, is it like a pedometer and then like some? And
it syncs up to your phone. It syncs up to your phone, tells you when you got a text message. It tells you how long you're sleeping, which is kind of creepy. But it's cool for just using as a watch and like kind of it's like a pseudo smartwatch because it tells you when you have new texts and it tells you when you're too far from your phone.
That's cool. For $3, can't beat that.
Yeah, it was dirt cheap.
Yeah, so Vipon.com. England is my city. These guys. Yeah, so Vipon.com. Check out if you want like a lot of this stuff is discounted from Amazon. Like Amazon has cheap generic gadgets and tech little knickknacks. This is even more discounted from that. Okay, so so someone said to check out this SSD. So Plexter. I remember seeing this on Build a PC sales because I'm not sure if you noticed, but SSD prices are kind of bad right now. So $75 for 256. It's pretty good deal. But people are gonna look at it and say Plexter. I've never really heard of that company. And I was reading through the comments, and people are saying, I think these guys, they've been around for a long time. They just haven't necessarily been making SSDs, I think. I think they were optical drives is what they were specialty. But, I mean, they've been around for a while. You could probably trust them.
Yeah, and that's what I was wondering, too, is like, it's tough to get into the market since there's so many recognized brands now. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if there's like a foolproof, like, this product, no matter which brand it is, it can't go bad. Oh. Like I don't know. Chinese. I'm guessing like
they're 32 years old though, and
oh wow.
So optical disc recorders right here, and then SSDs is added. I'm not sure, someone just edited this recently. So they've been making SSDs at least since 2011.
That's not bad, man. And plus, I wonder if they've ever made them for another company.
Yeah, and then it was rebranded. I mean, yeah. I would trust it. I have used, like, some bottom-of-the-barrel SSDs, and they've been running fine. Like, again, if you have your stuff backed up, you can take these risks.
Yeah, use the high-quality, like, Western Digital red drives, or, use the high-quality drives for the things that you want to keep safe, as Danny mentioned before, and then use the refurbs for things like games and, like, things that are disposable. And
if they surprise you, then you end up getting a lot out of how much you paid. Like, I actually recently just got one of these passports. Ooh. I'm surprised. So this is thicker, I think slightly thicker than a typical 2.5-inch drive. This is 4 terabytes, but I got this so that now, if any of my internal drives fail, I'm not going to, like, worry about losing, important stuff. So now I'm just going to go buy all the refurbished hard drives, which I did buy some in the last lesson box it together.
Ooh. Dude, that tall stack, though, that was so dope. I love how people in your comment section were like, you look super creepy in that thumbnail. I
thought so, too, but then I was like, maybe the creepiness will be sort of clickbaity, and they would want to click on it for some reason. It was in the video, though. I made sure it was in the video.
Let's unbox it. Let's unbox it together.
Yeah. Let's dissect it together.
Oh, my gosh.
So yeah, decent drive on this. Let's see. Trying to get back on topic. Okay, all the way back to Slick Deals. Hey, at least we've been talking about deals most of this time. Yeah, I think you linked this one. You said the CPU itself is worth like $200 ish or something.
Yeah, the E3 1225 is worth, and it's the version 5, so it's the Skylake version.
Oh,
it's worth like. Yeah, so it's a Skylake CPU. It's only a quad core, so it's more like an i5 equivalent. But if you wanted to, you could sell the CPU, have like $100 or so worth of 8 gigs of RAM, a 1 terabyte hard drive, a case, a DVD writer who uses that. There's no operating system, but who cares? And just buy a different CPU, like a better one if you wanted to. But yeah,
let's see what these are going for. Buy it now. I'm just curious. It looks like, because the bids can go higher. Buy it now. You said version 5. Oh, I have V5 in the title.
V5.
Actually, sold listings.
Is that TechBank says that's the Kaby Lake version, but this box looks like Skylake to me. E3.
See, these are V2s and stuff. Okay, eBay is smart enough to like sort out V5, because they have some of the older ones which are going for like $100 or so. But okay, let's see. So you would need to make this a complete system. What we need? Just a graphics card and an operating system.
Right.
So that'll be put you in like the $400-ish. Oh no, it'll be like $450 to $500. Because graphics card prices suck right now. Oh, good point, Matt. He said to take out the 3.3. My Firefox is bugging out. It is not responding to my commands.
We switched to Chrome. That's why we switched to Chrome.
Still too lazy to make a separate profile just for streams. V5.
So 150.
That was buy it now too. That's surprising.
Look, you could sell it for $745. Yeah. Like, why do people do that? Do they just do it hoping that a rich person's gonna stumble over and just like be like, "I want the best of the best, so I'll pay $700 for this"? I don't understand why they would price it like that. So yeah, maybe it's. I don't know what you're the price guy, Danny. What do you think? I
don't look at these like Xeons too much, just because when I build a system that's not for myself, I have to think about reselling it, and I don't think people look up these terms on their local Craigslist. Like if anything, they look up i3s, i5s, Ryzen, FX. Those are the key words. I mean, you can still get past those if you put like gaming PC, because that's probably even more common. But then the guy who's buying it from you, he might be thinking, I've never heard of this.
Right.
And depending on how much research he wants to do, you might have a harder time selling. So if you're buying this to use for yourself and you know what you're getting into, it could be a good deal.
I'm just thinking because 8 gigs of RAM is overpriced right now.
DDR4, right? So
I've even seen DDR3 that like the server DDR3 RAM is pretty cheap, all the time. But for 8 gigs of RAM, a 1 terabyte hard drive, and the motherboard alone is I would think would cost a ton, especially for a newer Xeon. But I guess I haven't looked up the Skylake versions of the motherboards there. But anyways,
so Matt, I think Matt is referring. So he's saying it's like a locked i5 in terms of. Yeah, Tech by Matt. When you say locked i5, you mean in terms of just overall performance, or more specifically multi-threaded tasks versus like the gaming performance?
Because I would think that the so it's locked, so you could get like an H or a B series motherboard for like $40, $50. But the i5, if you were to buy it new, is going to cost you still.
Oh yeah, i5s, Skylake and Kaby Lake, they're like still in the upper 170 to 200. Yeah, so 4-core.
Maybe it just breaks even. Who knows? I just thought it would be cool if you wanted to sell the CPU and have the rest of those parts to work with for either a better Xeon, or if you were looking to get into a Xeon, use it for like a render machine. Just supports ECC and other server features. Yeah. I was assuming it was the performance of an i5, which for gaming would be fine.
Yeah. More than fine.
But maybe it's just with that 220 off coupon code. Maybe it's just an i5 system at that point. So you could technically build one
for around that price, yeah.
But if you wanted to sell that Xeon and buy a better one, you could do that too. Oh man. Anyways.
The only thing
I'll side with Tech by Matt on this one, guys. Listen to him.
Well, so there's that Dell proprietary connectors and motherboards, I think. And I guess I can't see it, didn't zoom in. But if it's like the other Dell towers, you might be limited in terms of the mounting for the motherboard, and then what you could buy to like put into the system.
It's true.
Someone said, "When's the last time a power supply has died on you?" The last time one died on me was I think I've only had one die on me. It was one of the crappier brands, like a Raid Max or something like that. But it still lasted like a few years, so it wasn't the worst thing in the world, and it didn't take anything in the system with it. So, I'm pretty lenient when it comes to power supplies. I've not, there's a lot of people out there who, if you put something that's not like a legit brand or that has a lot of backing, they will like crucify you and say it will blow up your house. Where I'm like, we're in 2017 now. I'm pretty sure a lot of them should be okay. Obviously, if you can buy a branded name for the same price, go for it. Which now there's so many. You saw how many power supplies I unboxed? Like, there's so many options to get reputable power supplies for cheap. So, go with that if you can. Okay, so what else on here? It is really hot now. Like, Washington is... We've been having good weather, and my window's not open because I don't want my neighbors to hear me talking randomly to strangers on the internet.
He's talking to himself again, Mom.
Okay. Oh yeah, don't forget to tweet us Craigslist deals, because every time we get up to that segment, like, people are just rushing to put them in at the last moment. So if you guys do have any local Craigslist deals you want to look at together as a group, please tweet them to us. And I think we're about to finish up here because we're gonna see most of the deals on Build to PC sales anyways, like this R7 1700. Oh,
how much were Pebbles usually? Ooh, that's 1700 though.
Pebbles, I remember the original one went for like 100-ish, but then isn't Pebble out of business? Like, there's no more support.
Did they get bought out?
Did they get bought out? These are like black and white displays though. Oh yeah,
it's a little Tamagotchi with the wristband.
Oh my goodness. Gigapets, Tamagotchis, Digimon fighters.
Oh, I love them. Love them.
Yeah. I don't know if I could... Like, these have gone on sale for as low as like $30. Just like... I think refurbished though. This is... I don't think I've seen it go for this much new. It's so cheap that it makes you want to pick one up. But I know, like, a week after I buy this, I'm not going to play with it or touch it. It's one of those things that's just like instant gratification, but then you have buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
You don't have a smartwatch besides your $3 Fitbit thing, right?
That'll be my first one. That'll be my first like entry to
wristband
smartwatches.
Gadget. Yeah.
And I couldn't have asked for a better price because I was not willing to pay for like a $200 one or anything. Or like a $500 Apple Watch. Oh,
apparently they're not touchscreen. Good point. So I guess these buttons on the side are for these because you can't touch the screen itself. Which, man, I've never really used an Apple Watch, much past touching like friends or something. But I don't know how you could actually do too much with the touchscreen except scroll, anyways. Like,
yeah, I mean, for people who are really into the Apple products, they love them because you can use the scroll wheel to do faster scrolls, and like you can, see your text and see your calls and all that. So like they find a lot of uses out of it. But ultimately, it's just a really cool watch. That's what most of them, my friends who own them, they just like them because they're an Apple Watch. So, but I'm the same.
I think like $400.
Yeah, they're stupid expensive. It's gonna cost more than your phone if you get a 2-year contract.
Oh, this laptop. So this is a pretty good deal because you get your 1050. Yeah, this is a really good deal. $570.
Oh wow.
I mean, there was another deal that was going for like 700 something that had a 1060. It's so crappy how like for laptops, the gap between like graphics cards is even larger. Like between a 1050 and a 1060, you're gonna pay like 200, 300 more bucks just because of that. But this is a good deal for a gaming laptop.
So for these laptops that have the the full GPUs. Are there any with a full CPU yet, or are they just way too hot?
There is. There are. They're not too common, and these companies like Dell and MSI, they don't really do that. But there are, and they usually take like low TDP chips, so they won't have like overclocked versions, and I think they're usually like around 50-ish TDP, because otherwise it would get too hot for the small enclosed space.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do they use proprietary hardware for the CPUs, or do they just like severely
They use the
underclock?
actual CPUs, and then I don't know what they do for the motherboards. Like, man, laptop motherboards, they're like a pain to try to replace. I've tried, like, yeah, they're a huge pain.
Oh man.
And then yeah, someone said this is a 2-core 4-thread because it is the HQ version. But with that said, I think it pairs well with the 1050. Like, hopefully you're not getting this to do like heavy hardcore editing. You're not like a full-time YouTuber that gets paid from it. You're doing some like, hobby level editing, and you're mostly looking to game with portability.
Right. Some airplane action.
Yeah,
or going to your friend's house.
Yeah. Some weak sauce LAN party action. I mean, that's what you got. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. No.
It's people like you that scare people from the PC Master Race.
No, I've gone to LAN parties with laptops in college, actually, before I got my own, fully built tower. When I used to come back from college, I had a laptop LANing. It was still
you
good
guys
times.
know I'm joking. Danny is the budget tech sweetheart. Everyone knows it.
Yeah, I try to be nice, even if it's like when someone like puts a deal that I don't think is the greatest. I just try to be like, all right. I mean, it's not the best deal, but if you're in a pinch, that might be the best thing you can do.
Right. And some people like are really big about the portability. Like they just do not like, especially people going to college. You're like, hey, I know you want that $1,500 MacBook. How about I build you an insane desktop? It's like, nah, I need the laptop for class.
Yeah.
Well, how about I build you a $1,200 system and give you a cheap computer that's $300 for class? Like, nah, I just want to.
Yeah, you want it all in one place. Like, I don't want to be splitting files between the two and having to maintain two, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's to each his own.
All right, build a PC sales time. Unless you care about these power banks. Do you care about these? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, wait. What is it? I guess is power banks for like travel people who are constantly like never like in a stationary place?
I have some power banks. I don't know. Now that you asked this question, I'm wondering why I have a power bank. I have 2 power banks. I just bought them because there's a phase where like they're so cheap, and I have used them. Like on vacation, they're very useful. You mean
you didn't? They're not review products?
No, I've never. I almost reviewed power banks at the start of the channel. Actually, before the channel, before I knew what I wanted to do, power banks was on the list. But I've never reviewed one in a video. But
oh man. But wait, okay. So you go from home.
Do you own?
You go from home and you go to work. At what point in between is like, man, I wish I had a power bank?
That in that situation, never. But just vacations for the most part, or
that's true.
Going to. Have I used them at LAN parties? I think so. Because sometimes power banks are useful at home in some situations. Because unless you like sitting next to your wall the entire time when your phone is almost dead, you can put the power bank in your pocket and still use your phone while walking around. So it is kind of useful.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't know if it's necessary to have like these full 10-minute videos to review them though. I mean, it's a power bank. It powers your stuff. I mean, not to like throw shade at people who do that, but I personally have never watched a power bank video fully.
I watched one, and it was because it was someone who I looked up to, and he did a really good, like, hey, these 3 companies were like, yo, take my power bank. So I said, you know what? Why don't I just compare them?
That wasn't Jonathan Morrison, was it? I think he did something similar, and I might have watched a lot of one of those videos.
No, I was watching the one on Bitwit, but I need to subscribe. I don't think I'm subscribed to everyone from Team Crispy now that I think about it.
Okay.
Oh, I've committed a mortal sin.
I'm not subscribed to all of them. Like, I don't watch Unbox Therapy. And I don't watch everything from Austin Evans either.
Hey, but when he did that dope, like, Stormtrooper SUV video, I don't know, I thought that was really cool.
From Unbox?
Yeah, Unbox Therapy. He like reviewed like a an SUV, which is like a paid sponsorship, but I actually thought it was pretty legit.
I mean, I watch the ones that get me to clickbait. I get clickbait into them. Like
Oh yeah.
what was the recent ones? The knife one where he had a glove where he like the uncuttable glove. Except when he started cutting harder, it actually went through. I actually watched that one. I was like, is he gonna cut his hand in this video? I have to watch.
Have you ever clickbaited?
You mean on my own thumbnails?
Yeah.
I guess the definition of clickbait is very broad, right?
Positive. Like, I'm talking positive clickbait. Like, hey, I'm actually going to show you something, but I'm going to pick something catchy to draw you in.
Oh, yeah, of course. Like, the tower, the stack in the video, that was definitely, I think, a clickbait. Positive clickbait. But it was actually in the video, right? I didn't... Yeah. It wasn't just like... Well, a lot of people I don't know how people get away with clickbaiting with stuff that's not even in the video at all. But...
I can't stand it.
Yeah, I mean, all my thumbnails... I try to pick something that's in the video and kind of still represents what I do and try to make it enticing because you have to these days. Like, for a long time, I tried to not clickbait at all, and I think it really affects how many people click on your videos. And if everyone else is doing it, you're going to fall behind if you don't do it in some degree. What about you?
Agreed. Agreed. Man, you already know. I always process in the back of my mind, like, I need to text the bros and see what they think about this thumbnail. But then I'm like, nah, they won't care. Once I post it,
I've asked you about that too. Remember, I was like, hey, which thumbnail do you... Well, I guess that wasn't a clickbait question, but I asked you for your opinion on which thumbnail do you think is more appealing.
Dude, and I've noticed the thumbnail game is getting much more advanced. I like it.
Thank you. Let me open this up real quick. Let me see if I have anything
I know, Notley. I know I got to get Risk, but... Well, who has time for board games when you have tons of, like, PC games to play? Just kidding, people. Board games are fun, too.
Okay.
Especially the PC versions of those board games. A Q6600? This
is a giveaway. I think so. Oh, Teal Knight. This dude is, like... He makes a living buying... So I've read... This guy's explained this situation many times on Build a PC sales. I'm not sure if you noticed, but a lot of the deals are from him. Like, here's him again.
Oh, wow.
Let's see how many times we can find him on the front page. So there he was twice. He's usually on there a lot, especially with the Newegg stuff. Like, he makes a living buying and selling things, like on eBay and Craigslist. So
nice.
He spends his time looking for deals, and he posts them on here. So it looks like he's giving a giveaway where he's just giving away stuff, which is kind of a meta post on here.
Do you think he uses affiliate links?
You cannot. Build a PC sales will not accept affiliate links. That's why these are small Amazon, which I think is good. They used to. I think they used to, but then people obviously abused it to try to get their own links, and they downloaded other people's links. So there's no affiliate links on Build a PC sales, so you know it's pure. Like, these are straight up deals with no, like, I don't know, malicious intent, if there's a way to do that.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Oh yeah, control find. That's a good point. Teal
Control F.
Knight. 2 matches, so he's only on here twice. But I've seen him so many times on here.
But still, 2 out of, you know, however many people are on here, which is a lot.
That's and this is just like a snapshot in time, too. $450 GTX 1080. Oh, man. So close. Oh, but that instantly went, it looks like, because it's on auto-notify now.
Oh, snap. A 1080 for 450?
So are you constantly looking for a new graphics card because you're on your 760 right now? Like, looking for that hot deal?
I was legit going to just turn all my laptops in and go to Best Buy and see what I can grab. But then I saw that they're, like, Best Buy's even cranked up the prices. So I'm kind of, like, on hold right now. Okay. I haven't really been gaming much. So, but I am going to be putting... I'm going to be upgrading soon. So I am looking, but I'm not, like... as hungry.
Okay.
What about you? You have a 1070 still?
Yeah, I still have my 1070 because I was discussing like if I could sell it for 450 and buy a 1080 for 450 as an equivalent exchange. Right. I think the Ethereum market sucks right now compared to a month ago. It's down $100, I think.
But is the 1070 down $100? Because from me last look, I haven't seen it sold for less than like $400 on eBay. Which,
yeah, but with fees, that's gonna go down to like 370, 360, I think, and shipping. So
yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't I haven't found a good enough deal to justify how much I would have to pay over that to get a 1080. And I haven't been gaming much, and whenever I do game, the 1070 maxes out my ultra wide 1080p resolution anyway. The only reason I would do the equivalent exchange is to protect myself for the future when I have to sell, because I wouldn't be utilizing it.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thought process too. The only reason why I wanted to do that was because why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still see them all listed at 450 at least.
Okay, so probably around 400. It depends on which model too. I'm not sure if the EVGA ones are too popular because of that whole VRM burning, exploding issue. Even though they've come out with thermal mods and like a new BIOS for it and everything, I noticed they were lower priced than MSI and stuff.
You have the For the Win edition though, don't you?
Yeah, but that was one of the ones with the problems.
But when you bought it, did he say that he had already fixed that issue? Or did you do
I
it
had
yourself?
to fix it. Yeah, I had to fix it. But that issue also wasn't that common of a thing. It's one of those, I think blown out of proportion situations where a couple of people out of thousands had it happen to them. But that's still a bad PR, nightmare, right? It's kind of like Tesla. How many of their batteries actually burned in their cars? Caught fire? Not that many compared to how many are on the road. Versus, how safe that car is otherwise. So,
is this a bunch of fake listings? I'm seeing a bunch of. Yeah, it's got to be.
Where?
Yeah, they all look the same. I'm seeing a bunch of 1070s sold for like $90.
Oh, definitely fake. Yeah, people are prowling on those who are very desperate to get the cards so that they can get their credit card information and stuff.
Oh my goodness. There's literally 40 listings in a row that are $100 buy it now 1070s. Look up 1070.
Yep. On it. Wow. So we're gonna go to buy it now. What price you say?
I just did completed.
Oh, okay.
I went to completed offers and I went to the bottom of the first page.
That means it was probably recent, huh?
Yeah, it was July, early July.
Quick tip to you guys on eBay. eBay does not have the best prices. So if you find something that was the lowest price you've ever seen, unless... Actually, I saw this happen too. A legit account got hacked. Because a lot of times these have... they have random letters for their account name. So you can... And they're brand new with 0 rating. Okay, that's obviously a scam. The other day, I saw something from a seller that had over 1,000 things sold. 100% positive. Even had a profile picture of the nice lady, and it was a scam that she got hacked, and people posted fake tech on there.
So sad.
Yeah, this one right here. All right, let's take a look at this $1. Excellent use condition. Look at this. This is either the guy got hacked. Yeah, he's saying it's a working 1070. He's typing
that looks like a listing, bro.
Yeah, but didn't this go for $1?
Was that a buy it now?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think this is legit. There's no way this was legit.
That would be terrible to lose out on that.
If you look at it, he's been a member. He has 46 reviews though, but he's only been a member for 3 months. So this is kind of sketchy.
That would stink though if that was a legit listing. Because I've actually had something, I listed it at bid, and no one bid on it.
Mm-hmm.
And someone got it for $1, and I was like, no way.
Yeah, but look at this. So someone said avoid seller canceled order in order to sell for more money. Dishonest. Okay. I wonder if it was this one.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that's probably... I would do this.
How did that get under the radar though? How did only one person bid $1 on it? And
I don't know.
Yeah. So just be careful out there with this Ethereum thing, and people are trying to prowl on desperate people who are looking for graphics cards.
You want to jump to Craigslist? Well, actually, did you go on page 2? Go on page 2 for a sec. Or maybe in the bottom of page 1.
33. Oh.
$33, $33.
And these are going to be from negative... What the... Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think if you use your common sense, you should be good to go. But that can come off as meaning like if someone fell prey to this, like I'm not calling you dumb. It's just I don't know. You let the worst get the best of you. Let's just say that.
On eBay, too good to be true is too good to be true. Bottom line, the only two ways that you can get it for a decent price, which is most like 90% of what I buy on eBay, is either best offer, or you snipe the auction. But even then, like if it's a good listing, people are going to recognize that it's a good listing and also try to win. So.
Yeah, like you're competing with thousands of people, hundreds of thousands maybe, that are looking at eBay also. There's no way you're going to win this for $33.
Best deal on eBay, hands down, the best deal I've ever gotten on eBay was 6 pairs of brand new dress socks for $1 because I sniped it at 3 in the morning. Nice. So it's possible, people. It's possible.
I don't know what the best deal I got was. Like, yeah, I wouldn't even, like, they're not worthy of mentioning because Craigslist usually beats them. I've never like sniped something for way under value on eBay. Though I mean people do sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Someone got an i5 6500T for $75. That is, I think, the lower like underclocked version of the 6500, but that's still a really good price regardless. It has like noticeably lower clock speeds, but for $75, still really good. Man, I can't believe these GPU prices are still this crazy. Like, okay, I think this 1080 is reasonably priced, but this 580, 4 gigabytes for $280, literally half the price 3 months ago when we were doing Winter Shop Weekly.
Right.
570s, remember we were seeing those for like as low as 120. The 470s, anyways.
470s, yeah.
Yeah.
Which everyone and their grandmothers have done a "Don't buy a GPU right now" video.
I know, like after I don't remember who did the first one. I think Toasty Bros were one of the first ones that I saw, anyways. I remember yeah, that they were the ones I first saw, and then I saw a lot afterwards.
Right. I mean, it's good advice, and especially given the fact that there's a lot of different audiences, so it's good because for someone who's just getting in, I would rather you wait a couple months and really get your price to performance than to think this is always going to be your options for like the near future.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really, oh man, to think that you'd have to start out with like a 560 when you really have the budget to buy a much nicer card like a 580 or something.
Yeah.
Which, it's not that much nicer, but I would much rather have a 580 than a 560.
Oh yeah, for sure. 560s, that's like if you're playing Rocket League and LoL maybe. And it'll get you by, because I used the 460 and played like GTA and stuff like that. It'll get you by, but you could get way more for, or not right now, but you could get way more for your money had the timing been a little bit different. Go for the used option, if anything. There's so many cards that we've come across, like when we help people search on Craigslist. So many good used options out there.
Question, Danny. I know that we don't usually talk about, well, sometimes we do. Did you know what the RX Vega cards are slotted to be released at, and will the mining craze affect new releases?
I have not really looked into that. I just know that NVIDIA and AMD both have they have planned mining specific cards. I remember I saw like the 1060 equivalent version, and then AMD I saw that they had something as well, and it comes with like less like display outputs and stuff like that. Like it comes with only like DVI or something, so they kind of cut it down just for people who aren't going to be using it for gaming. But Vega, I don't think anyone really knows too much about the RX Vega anyway. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't really looked into it too much. I just thought, like, man, if a new card were to release, would it possibly reset the market, or would the manufacturers or / AMD just go, man, I mean, may as well take use of the market while it's like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. My prediction is if I had to predict based off of nothing, no research, just based on, I don't know, random trends and roller coaster rides that I've seen in the past, by October we'll be back to normal. GPU wise, I don't know about RAM. Like that's still like, I don't even know.
So save up, people. Now is a good time. You know, when people always ask, should I buy now or should I wait? Should I buy now or should I wait? Now is a good time to save up and maybe get like a way better card than if you were a little more impatient, you would have been able to afford. So just wait it out, save up your money, and you know, who knows, maybe you get a much better card than you would have gotten before. So do it. That's what I'm doing. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a... I know that Matt from the Toasty Bros got a 1080 right after he sold his 480.
Mm-hmm.
Like right after.
And he got it, I think, for... He didn't get it from here. It wasn't a B stock deal, but he got it for like in the mid 400s, I think. And he sold his other card for 3 something. So it wasn't too much he had to add on top of it.
Yeah, and it stunk because Tech by Matt sold his 1063 gig for about $270, and then I listed up my 6 gig like a week later, and it sold for $270. I was like, what the heck? But right after I posted it, I started seeing the 1060s go back down to 250 brand new. So I'm glad I at least broke even.
Yeah,
and I didn't pay for shipping, so. Let's see.
yeah, I guess there aren't as many deals as I thought. I thought it was because of Prime Day, but most of those deals are kind of faded away from the front page by now.
Hey man, I don't know if maybe it just hasn't seemed like it because you're busy like leading the stream, but we've actually had a significantly larger amount of deals than we have in the last dry month or so.
Oh, okay. I guess it's on random things. I was just used to that like 2-month period where it's like, get this RX 480, it's so cheap. Get this RX 480, get this 1060. They were going for $140 after like rebate. It was so good of a time.
It's like that one time you were gonna buy that 460 for like $60 or something, and you didn't do it.
Yeah. Hindsight, man. Captain Hindsight right there. Okay. I guess... Oh, here's a pretty good deal. I think this is still going on. $30 for an H7. Can't beat this. It doesn't really go for much lower, but at 35 it's already like really good price to performance. At $30 just makes it a sweeter deal. If you're looking for a cooler that doesn't look ugly, and that cools better than a Hyper 212, consider this one.
H7. Kaboom. But don't get the Lumi one. That one's like so stupid.
Oh, that one's like $50, 50 or 60, right? Oh, just for some LEDs and
it's like $70.
Technically, what, 20 or 30 more TDP capability in terms of cooling performance.
Okay, no, it was 65 on release, and then now it's $60.
Okay, still, man. Ugh, kind of expensive.
Or is this? What is this China release? What is this? H7 Lumi. Let's see. I think I saw it for $75 when like I first saw it announced, and I was like, "What the heck? Why would I buy this?" Huh. I can't even find them. They must be sold out already.
I mean, I think they priced it well if it's being sold out. Like, people want that RGB, man, and they want that sleek, translucent fan blades and stuff like that. So, I mean, they're doing it right. We're just really cheap.
Yeah, no. It's just, ugh. I still like the T4 is like one of my favorites, especially the mounting system.
Oh, God. That just clip, yeah.
So nice.
I wonder if they tried that on the 212 and it just, like, fell over. Because, like, it's that much bigger. It's like, make it slightly big, but just make the arm bigger or something. I like that mounting system.
Yeah, the 212 mounting system is just so dumb.
VocalLizard had to go.
VocalLizard, the #1, he used to do all of our timestamps for us.
But then we were just like, it's not worth. You have to watch the streams now if you want to know what's going on. Or you have to, like, fully watch it. Thanks, Vocal.
Founders. Man.
Okay. But all right, Rochester. Parker, with them New York deals. Let me make sure no one else posted anything else. All right.
Parker Neal. Look at all them likes.
He didn't give too many. So that looks like there are. Oh no. Okay. So this is just kind of like hardware for NAS, no hard drives included. See, 2 power supplies. Where are these? Corsairs. TX750s. I'd say... Or best offer, too. Then this is kind of a niche thing, I think. So that means not a lot of people are going to be looking at it, likely. So you can talk it down. So 2 power supplies and then just this whole configuration. I haven't looked too much into NAS storage because I went the lazy guy route and got one of these. So this, I would say it's a decent deal. The rest of this hardware, like these power supplies, $30 each. The rest of the hardware's got to be worth at least $20, if not more.
Yeah. Well, that's so. What is it? What is even in there? Is that proprietary stuff for NAS?
I mean, I think it's just. I mean, proprietary in what regard? Yeah, I mean, this is just normal SATA connector, SATA power, and.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't see. I wasn't zoomed in. Now I see it. Okay. It just looked like a random chip, and I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah, so it looks like you should be able to just plug these in directly through the slots. Yeah. And this could support how many hard drives? Like a ton?
1.5 million. I just counted.
1.5 million, yeah. So yeah, I'd say this is a good deal. This is what you're looking for. Okay. Oh yeah, this deal. So if you want a shuckable, slow 8TB drive, because that's usually the only things they put into these. They don't put 7200 RPM drives. Which makes sense because slower spinning should have longer life. And it's just for archival purposes. You can buy this, open it up, take the hard drive out, and use it as an internal drive. And it'll be cheaper than buying a bare drive.
Okay, am I dumb for having never heard the phrase shuckable before?
I think because, you know, when you shuck, was it oysters? I think it's similar to that. You shuck the shell and you take the internals. I think that's where it comes from.
You shuck corn as well, I think, right?
Shucked. Remove the shucks of corn. Oh, yep, corn or shellfish. There you go. Exactly, corn.
See, this is why we're a team, people.
Yeah, so... I don't know, is there a better word to describe that? Removable? I mean, shuckable, I guess, could I don't know, I would just...
Is it because it slides a certain way? Like, it slides out a certain way or something?
I mean, when you undo these, usually, it just comes out, but I don't think that's reminiscent of corn or oysters, from what I've seen.
You're gonna get Best Buy returns because someone's like, look, I shucked the side panel, now it's in a bunch of pieces, so... false advertising.
Let's see. Besides that, though... Lee, you want to look for a graphics card? Let's look for a graphics card in your area.
Look, I'm gonna have Danny find me a graphics card. You know what I've been doing? For anyone who's looking for ways to buy stuff cheap, because eBay is overpriced, I've been finding a lot of good deals on Craigslist lately. And my trick is, I've noticed a lot of people who are selling tech-related stuff obviously are more tech savvy. They're more willing to ship via PayPal sales, so basically treating it like a hardware swap.
Whoa, so, you found people that trust you with that? I haven't had too much luck on Craigslist. Like a lot of people...
I bought my camera that way.
Oh, so you're like, I'll use goods and services and stuff?
Well, I just said, hey, send me an invoice. And they were like, all right. And then they sent me a tracking number that day. I told them, like, hey, there's PayPal buyer's protection. Are you cool with that? They're like, yep, we're fine with that. Mm-hmm. So it works well. I mean, they get fees taken out of the final price, but they also wouldn't have sold it
otherwise.
Yeah.
I've sold one thing using PayPal. So, like, I wasn't able to convince someone to ship it to me, but someone convinced me to ship it to them. Which, when I did that, man, I took pictures of me. I recorded myself going to UPS UPS to ship it out to make sure, you know, like this guy wasn't trying to scam me after he got my shoes. But I sold like some motorcycle shoes because no one else wanted to buy it.
Oh wow!
But it wasn't even hardware, like tech related. It was just like the most random thing.
Oh wow! Women seeking women, Danny. I see that's what you're hovering over.
Wow, of course, that's where my mouse would go to. But is this the right one, South Florida?
Yep. So you can look it up, and what I've been doing is going to the miles radius and actually changing it to 200, which is the max, so I get every possible option.
200? Geez, this is all right. This is how fast I go on Craigslist usually. So we'll go real time right here. 180. Sure. I mean, 150 I would consider a good price right now, but you might be willing to wait just because you have a working card and you've seen how low these cards can go.
Yeah, and a 760 honestly plays all my games because I mostly play Rocket League and
it's just that the streaming thing.
Yeah,
we don't even know if it's related to it.
I'm guessing it. I mean, it's weird, but I guess that's what might be what's killing the stream.
I mean, that's the only thing that's changed. Man, we might even go 780 in this bad boy, even though these are so.
I want a 690. Can you find me a 690?
Here's the thing. I think the 770 is a considerable upgrade from the 760. It's kind of like the 970 versus the 960. There's a huge gap in price and performance. And the 770, but these aren't good in your area too. I just remember we found it for someone the other week. I thought it was in Florida where they were like, or it might have been in Georgia where they were like $70, $80 a piece.
Yeah, and actually, I've even looked on Georgia and North Florida's listings just to see if people would be willing to ship. Because at that point, I'd want to do hardware swap, but hardware swap is another step towards eBay, because now we're getting more wide audience, better pricing, even though it's a buyer's market. Yeah, I've actually found a pair of 980 Ti's for $600, which is not the best price, but considering the prices that they're going for now, I was gonna see if I could get one of them for like around 280.
That would be a pretty good deal because that's similar to 1070.
Oh, and it was a hybrid card. Oh, so it came with a water pump.
Oh wow! So for 300, that's a pretty good deal then.
They never got back to me. I was like really excited about it. And actually, I was gonna save this. I was gonna save this. So, I almost struck a deal with a guy to get his 1080 Ti for my $250 build and then some cash, which I was going to be super excited about because the deal was he built an amazing water-cooled system, but then he needed to sell it because he did it on a whim and realized, oh, I actually need this cash. So he sold everything but his graphics card, but he likes gaming. So I was like, look, I got a 1080p capable gaming machine. This is going to play most of your games at least high settings. How about I just give you this?
You're still sitting on that right now?
Yeah, I still well, I was about to sell it, and the person who bought it ended up getting a way better deal from someone in Miami. So I'm like, bro, I'm legit glad you didn't buy this.
Okay.
But anyways, so I was going to be like, man, what kind of video would this make? What kind of like, anyways, because I don't know anyone, none of my close friends have a 1080 Ti.
Yeah. Wow.
980 Ti and 1070 respectively. My two closest friends. So anyways, that would have been dope. But yeah, as you can see, it's just really stinky market.
Yeah, wow.
Man.
Yeah,
if you want to sell like, go for it.
No, I was about to say that's like the only stuff that was like worth looking for to upgrade from your 760 to make it worth it. Otherwise, you should just wait.
Yeah, I mean, even 780 Ti's are like, because like, if you want to sell a system under $200 here, it's a great place for that because anyone will buy anything under that because
almost
Best
anywhere,
Buy,
yeah,
because Best Buy is going to sell you a worse system for that much. So a gaming system, they're all over it. 7950 used to be like a really good card, didn't it?
It's still a really good card.
I was never around during that era when that was a new card. I was on like my tech hiatus.
Yeah, but 120, man. See, because we used to see these go for as low as 80. The thing about 7950s and 7970s is a lot of them have been mined with. Like, we're gonna see the same thing happen with I think a lot of these 480s, 470s, 580s, 570s. Like, they're gonna be released to the market after having been mined, but they're fine. Like, I've used mined cards. People actually debate whether or not a mined card. Because it's running like some people underclock them so they run cooler because they're running in such a large array of them. They're like underclocked and they're running constantly instead of being powered on, powered off, powered on, powered off from a daily use. There's not any evidence to support one is better than the other, but I think the fans, if anything, are the things that go most on these mined cards. because they're running at like 100% constant 24/7 for months.
It could be cool if we did videos on how to replace a GPU fan.
I had something like that in the works. I never got around to it because if you look at this thing, it's missing a fan. I was gonna do a semi-related video, but it's been pushed and put to the back burner for so long. But I found that replacing the fans is not worth it because to buy it, depending on the card, of course. Like if it's a 1070, it might be worth it because it's a $300 card. But a cooler for this costs $30. I bought this for not much more than $30. So
okay, I was gonna say, yeah, if you're getting a more expensive card that has a dead fan or something.
Yeah. Also because these are out of phase, they're not really creating them anymore. So like anyone who is selling like the heatsink or the cooler for these, they're just more scarce. So they're gonna mark it up, trying to rip people off.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, I hate to do this, but I do have to get headed out.
All right, so we gotta go.
But we can do our last minute closing questions.
Yeah.
If anyone has any questions or tweets, do it now.
Let's close it up. Thank you everyone for joining. I think we've held a pretty constant 100 viewers, so people coming and going. So thank you. You know, after we've postponed this and we haven't had the most consistent schedule, you guys are still coming, watching, and interacting in the comments. That's great. So we really do appreciate it.
Oh man, I totally just neglected the chat after a while, but I'm looking. Man, yeah, thank you guys for blowing up the chat. It's super awesome to see you guys talking and interacting. We'll figure out a solution to get the chat on screen. We got to do that.
Yeah. We'll talk Pika Wubs. We will pull you into a Discord chat channel and hopefully you can help us out with that. Oh man.
You know what I was gonna say, Danny? I can switch out the 760 for the 1050 for now, because that'll probably just because it's newer, it'll probably work better stream wise.
Yeah. Wait, where's your 1050? What system is that in?
It's actually not in the system because I was gonna sell the 250 system with the 7870 in it, but then I ended up selling that separately. So It's just the $250 system is just bare. But I would think a 760 and a 1050 have similar performance. But probably the 1050, since it's newer, has a slight edge.
Yeah, just the drivers on it might play nicer with OBS.
That's my guess too. Yeah, that's a good point.
Cause that's let's see, one. I mean, it's only 2 generations newer, but that's a good 3-ish years, 3 or 4. Is WoW still your favorite game? People asked in the chat, "What's your favorite game?" I said WoW still. Like, can't get over that game. Just
yeah.
When we got into Discord, I forgot I was in the Discord channel with chat with Lee. I was listening to a WoW video of like vanilla WoW related things, and Lee heard me listening to it. Like, that's how much I'm still into the game, even though I'm not currently playing it.
Yeah. And I was telling Danny, I still listen consistently to the soundtrack every day while I'm working. It's just so nostalgic. Like, I feel like most people who've played that, if they have a favorite game of all time, it's probably that.
Yeah, like, you can just go and listen to these 3-hour-long entire soundtracks of it. Oh, this music. You can't hear this, Lee, but this is the login music, and they're hearing it.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun,
Actually, this is the original one. I think they changed it up a couple of times throughout the expansions, but my goodness, the first time you played any WoW, like that Dark Portal opening intro, oh, shivers down your spine.
I listen to the like 10-hour soundtracks. Like I have a playlist all the way from Vanilla WoW to Legion. And it just plays through. So throughout the course of a week, I'll go from regular. I will say, even though Burning Crusade and Lich King they're not always the most loved expansions. Like Burning Crusade is, but most people say that after Lich King and Cataclysm, things started to go downhill.
Oh yeah, yep.
But Lich King is my favorite soundtrack by far, hands down, bar none. Like I love my second favorite, which is funny because I never played the expansion. My second favorite is Mist of Pandaria.
I never played that one. I played Cataclysm, then skipped that and went to Draenor.
Oh no way! You skipped. I didn't think you skipped Pandaria.
I did, yeah. But I did get to play it because you know when you play the next expansion, you need to level up. You do get some time in that zone and like do dungeon finder. You play some of the dungeons with those all little mouse people, those rabbit mouse people. Yeah.
Oh man, that is Lich King and Pandaria are my two favorite soundtracks by far. Like, but yeah. That answers your question. We're even though we don't play it at all pretty much anymore, we still love the game.
It's impacted us that much, like that we still love the whole you know, lore and culture. And this is what I was talking to you about earlier, Lee. So what they do is this channel just records the zones like in its natural essence and plays the music. And I just watch these like just randomly when I'm bored because it's so good.
Oh man, still though, bro, that's just like, man, that gets me.
Yeah.
And Danny was listening to a video that was talking about the Barons, which anyone who's ever leveled up,
yeah,
starting from a low level, the Barons, like Chuck Norris chat, like Chuck Norris got his fame because of Barons chat, like
yep.
That's what did it for him. So like when you played, and now it looks totally different because they changed the maps.
The Cataclysm changed it, yeah, from what it once was.
Yeah, listening to the starting area music too just gets you in the heart level. You're just like, oh my goodness.
And then, oh yeah, you gotta go soon. I'm sorry, I'm just like rambling on about this just because.
No worries, dude. I'm loving it.
Have you ever seen some of these old screenshots from like from 2003 before WoW, like Alpha? Like this is a screenshot from it.
Oh wow!
Like look how different it looks, right? And then like this too.
That was Alpha, right?
Yeah, and originally before WoW got the engine that it was on that made the first vanilla WoW, I think they started on the Warcraft 3 engine. So it almost looked like Warcraft 3 like custom maps for a little bit, and then they scrapped that and went to whatever was after. But yeah.
I remember thinking the graphics for this is so good.
They've improved over the years. It's still a more cartoony style, and some people don't like that, like bigger proportions.
I heard Lich King kicks, or I'm Lich King. I heard Legion kicks butt though.
Oh,
like,
it's great. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for me.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap it up. So thank you as always for watching, guys. If you guys watch this after the fact, please leave us comments and stuff. We go back and respond to them. But yeah.
Exactly.
Lee, I will give you the honors of doing the outro.
Well, and I just want to reiterate, thanks guys for showing up. It's so awesome to see you. We're going to try to do it on my channel. Hopefully switching to the GTX 1050 will help. And who knows, maybe we'll have a special guest next week.
Maybe. Stay tuned.
Maybe. Yeah, so thanks guys. Hit us up in the comments. Oh, and in case you didn't know, I'm Lee from ComTV.